Hey guys, so we are here today to talk about your assignment. So you are going to be making a collection of surrealist collages using books and magazines. Here's some contemporary examples to check out. Man, any kind of printed material is great for these. Books, magazines, calendars, playing cards, anything that's kind of thin that you can glue down to paper is great. Even like sort of things that have a little bit of texture, like fabric, could be used. Something that you can glue down into a piece of paper is a great idea. I would look and see, does your family have old books, old magazines that you could use in your collage? That would be a good place to start. My grandmother always kept a lot of things like that around. And, if you don't have things like that in your house, you can always get things for free too at McKay's. They always have a free bin where they have magazines and books and things. We also have stacks and stacks of them at school that you can use. So the more different the things that you have, the more interesting the collage, in my opinion. I think, for instance, the one on the left here, I can see the vintage photograph of the person in the middle. He feels very much like kind of an Abraham Lincoln sort of era portrait, combined with the Technicolor sort of landscape. That feels very much like something that came out of a travel magazine. Then also that perfectly fitted image of the branch that comes right out of the neck hole of his suit. A lot of this sort of thing, that you get in within collage, and how to come to those sort of surreal moments within that. A lot of that happens by chance. Like, you have to cut a lot of things out and try a lot of things to find something that really works. So, look and see what you have, experiment a lot. Like I know that the people who made these collages had to try out a lot of different things that they didn't end up using. I like to, when I'm working, what I'll do is I'll lay things out and try to start building a collage, and I'll take pictures as I'm going to see kind of what works the best before I start gluing things down. I love this little landscape. It looks like definitely some National Geographics have been used here. I see, the animals that feel like they're from the jungle, but also we have this strange ocean and planet situation. We've got fish flying in the air. We've got maybe that callback to Salvador Dali and the clock up in the sky. Again, like all kinds of things might be used for collage. The image on the right kind of feels like maybe a greeting card or like wrapping paper, the flowers. And it feels like the background has some sort of texture to it, almost like it's fabric. So, anything that you can glue down on paper, it will work just fine. We are going to have lots of magazines and things that you can work with at school. I welcome you to bring anything that you might have from home that you want to use too. But you'll be kind of crafting these right into your sketchbooks. They're a great way to do it. You'll just need some glue and some paper and be able to build them right into your sketchbooks. I love these eyes on these birds. How I don't know. They look really funny to me. I think the outfit in the back reminds me of almost of a Power Rangers outfit. I'm not sure where this outfit comes from, but I think the artist has done a great job combining imagery to make this character feel very surreal. The one on the right is, wow. I don't have words for what this is. It's that the image of the iceberg and the water creating the body, and the crazy proportions of this body is just really impressive. I think that the artist, man, I can't even imagine coming up with that idea. But that's one of the things about surrealism is that, you know, that's what happens. Like when you work with maybe these random combinations is you find things that really surprise you. Your final collages are going to be submitted in the form of a virtual zine created using Flipsnack. A zine is a short magazine, usually has some kind of a theme. These are usually not mass produced, they're small run magazines created by people who are really into something. For our topic, we're taking surrealism. So I wanted to start by showing you an example that I made. So this is my example. So I gave my Surrealist Zine a title. It's called Eyeball Breakfast, Volume 5. I wanted to make it have history. There's really not been 5 volumes made. And I titled it The Food Pyramid. So I'll let you guys know, since we're looking at these as examples, that I actually used other people's collages. I wanted to show you, I wanted to try out this program and be able to show it to you, but I didn't have time to do that and make collages because I didn't have the 2 weeks that you guys are going to have to sort of work on this. So I did use collages that were already made by other people for this example, but it effectively, I think, shows you what you can do with this sort of program. So this is my little zine. I'll flip through, and you guys will be able to flip through your zine in this way too. So it's a little flipping image. My first page here. So collage. Maybe you glisten, enchanting as a diamond, take a slice. So this has some poetry in it as well. If you look at the first letters, right, it spells out a word here. I was inspired by Lewis Carroll, Alice in Wonderland. He used to create poems like this where they spelled something out. And Alice in Wonderland, in my opinion, is a very surreal book. So again, here's a meatloaf being cut and something unexpected being inside of it, just like the last image there with the jewels. I decided that I would make the theme of mine. I wanted to make a surrealist sort of cookbook. So I've got lots of books at home that are about food and cooking. So I've got a lot of cooking magazines that I subscribe to. So I thought that might be something that I could do, would be a surrealist cookbook. Again, you know, these are images that I borrowed from other people. I won't claim them as my own because they're not. I did put them together in this way to show you guys as an example of something that you might create. I was really kind of leaning into a more like whimsical, I guess, aspect of surrealism here. I wanted to make it more fun and funny and less scary. So I had the spaghetti type collage image and I looked up the ingredients for SpaghettiOs and I wanted to read almost like a poem next to this image of SpaghettiOs. These are collages that I found that I thought were really well done and really funny. They felt lighthearted. I added the Pac-Man because I thought it was appropriate. And then I added the little food pyramid image at the end. So your zine is going to be a little book that you can flip through. Yeah. So there are going to be some requirements for the project, and I wanted to just address those as well. So the project requirements are as follows. Your Surrealist Zine must be at least 8 pages long, including front and back covers. You can choose the topic of your collages and zine. So some ideas, if you like the idea, an idea like I use, like kind of basing it off of an existing type of magazine, you could make a surrealist cookbook, a surrealist fashion magazine, a surrealist travel magazine, a surrealist lifestyle magazine, a surrealist news magazine. You know, anything that exists as a magazine, you could make a surrealist version of it. You know, you might even have an idea outside of that as a theme. You can choose your own topic, but you know, there should be some overarching connection between the pieces in your zine. The majority of the pages should consist of pictures of your original paper collages. Though I showed you examples that I appropriated because of time constraints, you guys are going to be making your own images. Here, you're not appropriating collages made by others for your zine. You are making your own collages and you're taking pictures of them. I will show you how to upload them into the Flipbook app. All right. You may, as I did, if you choose to, you may include some writings that suit your theme if you like. It is not required, but you may. I suggest these surrealist writing exercises for the sake of authenticity. So there's some really great, if you click on this link, there's some really great techniques that were used by surrealists to create poetry. So if you want to include some writing, this is a really great place to start. All right. Well, thank you guys, and I can't wait to see what you come up with.